You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, the regular season of the 2024 NFL season is in the books. Wild Card Weekend, didn't they actually change the name of that? But anyway, it's still Wild Card Weekend to me. Is going to be starting this weekend. And now, guys, we actually have the ratings for the 2024 NFL regular season. 17 games. Chiefs come into the season, back-to-back Super Bowl champs. Dallas Cowboys, down season definitely for the Cowboys. I mean, they won 5 less games, but still they're the most popular team from a ratings standpoint on TV. With all that being said, guys, this was a down year for the NFL when it came to eyeballs watching the product. Now, still light years better than the NBA. Light years better. Also better than MLB. I mean, guys, remember, the NFL was the original kneelers for the national anthem. This is going all the way back to 2016, guys, with Colin Kaepernick. When he started kneeling, people stopped watching. And when Colin Kaepernick disappeared, people started watching again. Now, in 2020, guys, when sports went completely nuts, the NFL, or should I actually say the NBA, fell off a cliff. And they have not recovered, guys. The NBA has lost like half of the audience going back to 2012. And since 2020, it's been monumental on how bad it is, guys. Nobody's watching NBA Finals. Nobody cares. That's saying something right there, guys. Now, the NFL, remember, they actually were putting on criminals on the back of their helmets. But shout out to the Steelers here. During that season, man, when there were no fans in the stands, the Steelers said, nah, we are not going to put the name of Antoine Rose Jr. on the back of our helmets. And we actually gave them props here, man. That was around the time this channel really started blowing up. And I believe the Steelers did the right thing there. But the NFL recovered the ratings. They did. The NBA did not. Now, overall, guys, of course, more people are actually going to watch the NFL than the NBA. Let's just call it what it is, guys. The NFL is a better product than the NBA. The NBA's glory days, man, were late 90s, early 2000s, and then started falling off a cliff, man. Load management and all this other stuff in the NBA. You don't hear anything about load management in the NFL. And players are always hurt in the NFL. But still, guys, this has to be somewhat concerning here to the NFL. Now, I guess you could say there's some good news and bad news with this, but overall, the ratings were down 2%. So not a gigantic decline, but still a decline nonetheless. But for the most part, guys, this decline actually happened on legacy media networks. You guys noticed that the NFL actually started expanding Netflix games, and of course, there's going to be streaming exclusive playoff games too as well. The Christmas Day games for the NFL were massive. An average of 24 million people watched the Christmas Day games. And those games weren't good, guys. I mean, I'm talking about the play on the field. Was not good. The Texans got wiped out. It was unwatchable, but people still watched that game. The NFL, no doubt about it, owns Christmas Day, wiped the NBA off the planet. But look here, guys. It says the NFL finished its 2024 regular season with somewhat diminished domestic viewership, but the league still reinforced its status as by far the biggest entity in U.S. broadcasting, regardless of genre. The league averaged 17.5 million viewers per game across all networks, down 2.2% from a year ago. While a slight decrease from last year's 7% viewership bump, the NFL was actually increasing their viewership, guys, to 17.9 million. The 2024 numbers were far above any other programming, sports or otherwise, and the league's overall media presence expanded with a critical new rights partner. More broadly, streaming had an accelerating role in NFL's audience in 2024, and that was huge, guys, with Amazon posting by far the biggest year-over-year increase of any rights holder. Yeah, and there was a lot of criticism, guys, when the NFL started airing Thursday Night Football on Amazon. I mean, the buffering problems, it was pretty bad, man, the first year. It's gotten better. But like the Amazon numbers, look here, guys, this is what I'm talking about here. The legacy media networks are struggling. They're struggling, even with the NFL. But look here. Amazon, the streamer, registered an 11% year-over-year increase to an average of 13.2 million for its Thursday Night Football coverage. And guys, Thursday Night Football, those games usually aren't good. And they were still getting 13 million people to watch, rising to 13% when also including this Black Friday game, an 11% increase. So that is good news right there. But here's a problem, folks. ESPN. The Disney-owned outlet posted its second best season in 24 years of airing Monday Night Football, averaging 15 million viewers, when including all 22 of his linear NFL games, including last weekend's Saturday doubleheader involving AFC North teams. The figure is down about 14%. Yes, ESPN down 14%. But also shows how much of an outlier last year's average of 17.4 million was. Yeah. So ESPN went down. And ESPN has been declining for a while. A lot more people actually cutting the cord. Me, myself, I don't even have the live streaming service anymore. Those prices, man, are just outrageous, and ESPN is a big part of that. Look here. Fox, the network averaged 18.4 million for all of its NFL coverage. And the reason why it's probably 18.4 million is because the Cowboys play on Fox. They always do. But that was down 3%. So it's not as bad as ESPN, but Fox is free over the air. And it was still down. Its late Sunday afternoon game of the week coverage led all league broadcast windows with an average of 23.9 million, also down 3%. Yeah, Fox NFL Sunday also finished as the most watched pregame show for the 31st straight year. Yeah. Now, NBC right here. Sunday Night Football averaged 21.6 million viewers. In total audience delivery, up 1%. So, NBC slightly up. Slightly. Netflix. Now, this was huge right here. This first year for Netflix. And we already know about the 24 million. And it does say here that CBS did not disclose any season-ending viewership data. So it seems like ESPN really, really dragged down the ratings for the NFL. Really dragged them down. I mean, Fox was also down too as well. But ESPN definitely seems to be dragging it down when they were down 14%. Amazon was up. I really wish we actually had the CBS data, but we just don't. We just don't, man. So there you have it right there, man. A little bit of concern, man, but the streaming numbers, the Amazons, the Netflix, that's very good news, guys. And that's telling me, man, and a lot of people may not like this. I think eventually, man, the Super Bowl will not be on free TV eventually. It's probably going to be on streaming. I know people are already upset when they found out that NFL games would actually be on Netflix and Peacock. Guess what? Those ratings were massive. And if those ratings are that massive, guys, guess what? The Super Bowl eventually, probably within the next 5 years, is going to be on a streaming service. Why? Because there's money to be made. Money. I can guarantee it, guys. Super Bowl in the next 5 years will probably be on Peacock or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how the NFL actually has all these deals in place. Maybe it's 10 years out. I don't know. But I got a strong feeling, guys, that the Super Bowl will not be on free TV. Probably ever again. They're probably going to test the waters, man. And I'm willing to bet since the Amazon ratings up and it was big on Netflix, I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if they actually had a Netflix Super Bowl. I mean, pretty much everybody has Netflix. So, yeah, probably in the next 5 years, the Super Bowl will be on Netflix, guys. So, got to pay up. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.